I am going to tell you a secret that the fake internet gurus are absolutely terrified you will find out. 99% of what they call passive income is a complete and total scam. It is fake news, folks. You open your phone and see these 19-year-old kids dancing in front of rented Lamborghinis, telling you to dropship cheap plastic garbage or buy fake internet dog money. It's pathetic. If you listen to them, you are going to lose your shirt. I'm Big Don. I'm not a trust fund baby. I'm a regular guy who got sick and tired of the system treating our generation like a giant ATM. So, I found a loophole. A beautiful, tremendous, completely legal loophole. Today, I am going to expose the only mathematical, foolproof way to actually build an automatic $500 a week cash machine from absolutely nothing. We are going to bypass the Wall Street suits, we are going to crush the fake gurus, and we are going to make your wallet great again. Do not skip a single second of this, because the truth is going to shock you. Listen to me. Everybody wants to make $500 a week passively. It is the dream, isn't it? You wake up, you drink your coffee, you check your phone, and boom, money has magically appeared in your account. You didn't commute, you didn't listen to a boss who has a lower IQ than a golden retriever, and you didn't trade your precious hours for dollars. It sounds beautiful. It sounds perfect. But here is the brutal, unforgiving truth that 99% of people do not want to hear. True passive income does not exist at the beginning. It is a myth. It is a fairy tale told by losers who want to sell you a $900 masterclass. If you are 30 years old, working a regular job, and you think you can just press a button on your laptop and start making $2,000 a month passively without putting in any upfront work or massive capital, you are delusional. Sad, but true. However, there is a backdoor. There is a specific mathematical formula to actually achieve $500 a week in passive cash flow. It takes time. It takes a tremendous amount of discipline, but the math is absolute. It works every single time. And today, I am going to expose exactly how I engineered my own finances to hit this milestone. I am going to show you the traps that keep average people broke, the sweat equity phase you must go through, and the ultimate wealth machine you need to build. If you follow this guide, your life will change forever. Let's talk about the villains. Let's talk about the people actively trying to destroy your financial future, because the internet is absolutely infested with them. You open YouTube or Instagram, and within 5 seconds, you see a 19-year-old kid standing in front of a rented Lamborghini telling you that you can make $10,000 a week by drop shipping cheap plastic garbage from overseas. Or they tell you to take online surveys. Or they tell you to day trade crypto meme coins that have pictures of dogs on them. Let me tell you a story about a guy. We will call him TikTok Timmy. Timmy is 28. He hates his job. He wants passive income. So Timmy watches a video from one of these fake gurus and decides to start a dropshipping business. The guru says it is 100% passive. So Timmy spends $2,000 on the guru's course. He spends another $1,000 on Facebook ads. He builds a flimsy website selling posture correctors. What happens? Timmy is suddenly working 40 hours a week at his day job and another 40 hours a week answering angry customer service emails because the posture correctors take 6 weeks to ship and they break immediately. His Facebook ad account gets banned. He loses $3,000. He is more stressed, more exhausted, and poorer than when he started. That is not passive income. That is a second full-time job that pays you negative money. It is a complete disaster. Timmy got played like a fiddle. Here is the golden rule of Big Don. If a side hustle requires you to fulfill orders, deal with customer complaints daily, or actively monitor charts every single hour, it is active income. You just bought yourself a second job. True passive income only comes from 2 sources. You either have a massive pile of cash that pays you to exist, or you build a digital asset once and it sells itself infinitely without your direct involvement. That is it. Those are the only two ways out of the matrix. And since most of you do not have $1 million sitting in the bank right now, we are going to have to use the Big Don hybrid method. We need to look at the numbers, because numbers do not lie. People lie, politicians lie, your ex lies, but the whiteboard math is always telling the truth. You want $500 a week. Let us zoom out. $500 a week multiplied by 52 weeks in a year equals exactly $26,000 a year. That is a massive amount of money. For a lot of people, that covers rent, utilities, and groceries for the entire year. It is life-changing freedom. Now, let us look at the traditional, old-school way of getting passive income: dividends and interest. The absolute safest, most reliable way to make money while you sleep is to invest in the S&P 500 or a high-quality dividend growth ETF and let the great American economy pay you. Historically, a safe withdrawal rate or a solid dividend yield combined with growth might give you about 4 to 5% a year in pure cash flow without destroying your principal. So let us do the math. To make $26,000 a year in completely passive, sit-on-the-beach dividend income at a 4% yield, how much money do you need invested? You need $650,000. Let that number sink in. $650,000. I can hear you crying through the screen right now. But Don, I'm 30 years old. I have $8,000 to my name, and my car needs new brakes. I will never get to $650,000. Stop whining. It is embarrassing. I know you do not have that kind of cash. I didn't have it either. This is exactly why you cannot rely purely on the stock market to generate your first $500 a week. The stock market is a wealth preserver and a wealth multiplier, but it is a very slow wealth creator when you are starting from zero. If you wait to save $650,000 from your salary alone, you will be 70 years old by the time you hit your goal. That is unacceptable. We want to enjoy our lives now. We want to dominate now. So we have to bridge the gap. We have to build an engine that generates cash without tying up our time, and then we use that cash to buy the ultimate passive income: investments. Since we do not have the capital, we must use leverage. And the greatest leverage ever created in the history of human civilization is the internet. I call this Phase 1, the build once, sell forever asset, also known as digital real estate. Unlike physical real estate, where you need $100,000 for a down payment, dealing with leaky toilets, and arguing with tenants who destroy your carpets, digital real estate costs almost nothing to create. It only costs your brainpower and your sweat equity. You have to identify a specific, painful problem that people have, and you have to solve it in a digital format. I'm talking about an ebook, a specialized budget spreadsheet, a Notion template, a mini video course, or even an automated newsletter. Let me give you a very real example. I know a guy, not a genius, frankly a bit of a slow learner, but he knew exactly how to train German Shepherd puppies. People buy these dogs, the dogs destroy their houses, and the owners are desperate. So this guy spent 2 weekends completely locked in his room, recording a series of training videos and writing a PDF guide. He packaged it together and priced it at $50. He built a simple automated sales funnel. He posted free helpful clips on social media to drive traffic. When someone clicks the link, the system takes their payment, the system automatically emails them the product, and the money drops into his bank account. He does absolutely nothing after the system is set up. He is sleeping and the system is selling. Let's go back to the whiteboard math. You want $500 a week. If you have a digital product that costs $50, you only need 10 people in the entire world to buy it every week. 10 people out of the billions of people on the internet. If you cannot convince 10 people a week to buy a $50 solution to their painful problem, you are not trying hard enough. This is the sweat equity phase. You will have to work your tail off for a month or two to create the product, set up the website, and figure out the traffic. But once it is built, the marginal cost of reproducing a digital product is zero. Selling one copy costs the same as selling 10,000 copies. That is tremendous leverage. That is how you generate $500 a week without needing $500,000 in the bank. Now, here is where 90% of the people who actually succeed at Phase 1 completely ruin their lives. They build a little digital asset. It starts making $500 a week, and what do? They go insane. They upgrade their apartment. They finance a brand new luxury car at 9% interest. They start buying designer clothes with big, stupid logos on them to impress people they don't even like. They take their new passive income and they immediately turn it into fixed liabilities. It is the mindset of a loser. It is financial self-sabotage. If you want to be truly wealthy, if you want to be a titan, you must treat your digital asset income as radioactive. You do not spend it on lifestyle. You use it to build your wealth fortress. When that $500 a week comes in, you sweep it immediately into Phase 2. First, you build the shield. You funnel that money into a high-yield savings account until you have 6 months of living expenses completely locked away. This account is paying you 4 or 5% just to park your money. This is your sleep-at-night money. When your car breaks down, when the economy takes a hit, you do not panic. You smile because you are protected. Once the shield is fully funded, you deploy the troops. Every single week, you take that $500 of digital income and you aggressively buy cash-producing assets in the stock market. You open a zero-fee brokerage account and you buy broad market index funds and dividend-focused ETFs. I am talking about the S&P 500. I am talking about funds like SCHD or VYM. You are buying tiny pieces of the most powerful, most ruthless, most profitable corporations on planet Earth. Apple, Microsoft, Exxon, Johnson & Johnson. You don't have to work there. You don't have to go to their boring corporate meetings. You just own the shares and they are legally obligated to hand you a cut of their massive profits every 3 months. This is the transition from active leverage to true passive wealth. Your digital product might make money for a few years, but eventually trends change. Products get outdated. But the stock market? The stock market is a relentless machine that has been compounding wealth for over a century. This is where the math gets absolutely beautiful. Let us say your digital product is consistently generating $2,000 a month, and you are throwing every single penny of it into a dividend ETF that pays a 4% yield and grows over time. At first, the dividends you receive are going to be pathetic. You will invest $2,000, and 3 months later, the company will send you a dividend check for $20. Weak-minded people look at that $20 and they quit. They say, "Big Don, this is a joke. I can't even buy a decent steak dinner with $20. This system is stupid." They are short-sighted fools. They do not understand the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. You are not going to spend that $20. You are going to log into your brokerage account and turn on a setting called DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plan. This tells the broker, do not give me the cash. Take that $20 and automatically buy me more shares of the ETF. Now your money is making babies, and those babies are going out into the workforce to make more babies. Month after month, year after year, you are shoveling your digital product income into the market. After 1 year, you have $24,000 invested. Now your passive dividends are paying you roughly $1,000 a year. You reinvest it. After 5 years of doing this, you have over $120,000 of your own money invested, plus all the market growth, plus all the reinvested dividends. Suddenly, your portfolio is generating $5,000, $6,000, maybe $7,000 a year in pure, untouchable, true passive income. You have built a 2-engine machine. Engine number 1 is your digital asset, bringing in cash with minimal maintenance. Engine number 2 is your stock portfolio, growing exponentially and paying you dividends whether you get out of bed or not. Eventually, engine number 2 gets so massive that it overtakes engine number 1. That is the moment you win the game. That is the moment you achieve absolute financial sovereignty. You become untouchable. The government can raise taxes, the economy can dip, your boss can fire you, and you simply will not care because your money works harder than you do. But I need to warn you about the silent saboteurs. As you start building this system, the world is going to try to pull you back down into the bucket of mediocrity. Your friends will want you to go out and blow $300 at the bar every weekend. The algorithms will target you with ads for things you do not need. The government will try to tax you into oblivion. You must be ruthless. You must protect your cash flow like a hawk. Do not fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. Keep your fixed costs incredibly low. Drive a reliable, boring car. Live in an apartment you can easily afford. Let the losers on Instagram look rich while they drown in credit card debt. You are going to look average while you secretly build an empire. Let us summarize the Big Don $500 blueprint because I know some of you have terrible memories. Step 1. Stop looking for magical passive income buttons. They are scams. Step 2. Accept that you must build a build once, sell forever digital asset to generate the cash flow. Find a problem, package the solution, and build an automated sales funnel. Step 3. When the asset starts paying you, do not increase your lifestyle. Treat the money as radioactive. Step 4. Build a 6-month emergency shield in a high-yield savings account. Step 5. Aggressively shovel the rest of your side cash into broad market index funds and dividend ETFs. Step 6. Turn on drip, reinvest the dividends, and let compound interest turn you into a financial titan. It is not going to happen overnight. It might take you 6 months just to get your digital product making its first $50. You will fail. You will get frustrated. But if you push through the sweat equity phase, the reward on the other side is a life that 99% of people can only dream of. Now, listen to me. Creating that digital asset and making the money is only half the battle. If you do not know how to properly manage your budget to free up the time and resources to build this empire, you will fail before you even start. You need to know how to stop the silent money leaks in your life right now. I have another video right there on your screen. It is about the exact habits that saved me over $10,000 last year without living like a cheap, miserable loser. It is the perfect foundation to start your wealth journey. Click that video right now. Stop making excuses, stop watching fake gurus, and let's make your wallet great again. I will see you over there.